Hi everybody! Thank you so much for joining me for today's foam roller release class. The purpose of today's class is to give you an opportunity to breathe, feel good in your body, decompress your spine, and have some release movement using the foam roller. So we're going to start with breathing, but we're going to do it today on the roller. So placing it along your mat, lie yourself down onto your roller. Now it's just here between my shoulder blades, but move yourself around as you need to find a spot that feels good, and then take your hands behind to support your head. And I just want you to find yourself breathing here. So at first your hands are really going to be supporting your head, but on each inhale I want you to see if you can come back a little bit more, opening up your ribs and extending through your spine, and then bringing yourself back up. So we're not doing a curl up. I don't want this to feel like a big ab workout to start. I do indeed want you to just find this space here in your ribs, inhaling, and then exhale, let them soften and sink together. And after you've done that 3 or 4 times, coming back, breathing in, then find the space where you can stay. So you can either come back so far that you can bring your head onto the floor, or you can just come back to a spot where you can hold your hands there with your head. And I just want you to continue to breathe. Inhaling, ribs expand. Exhale, let them soften. Feel here that your breath maybe can access some different places, go into some different directions or different areas that it may not be able to without this extra space that we're able to give your ribs. And find this settling in and softening of your body. You're arriving here, your mind and body in the same spot as you prepare to start. And then when you're ready, have your hands here. You're going to leave them behind your head, but you're going to come back to a bit more neutral, so not as extended back as far anymore. And then lift your bottom up off the mat so that now your spine is going to be basically parallel to the floor. And then just roll a little bit along the roller. See if you can soften your shoulder blades so that they go smoothly along the roller. And you can just feel this little bit of play start to happen in the muscles around your spine or along your spine. And you can feel them releasing out a little bit. Breathe through this the whole time. Try to let yourself hold your breath, even as it might get a little bit uncomfortable. And then when you're back in the position where we started, so the roller will be just pretty much underneath your shoulder blades, sit your bottom back down. Then come back into a little bit of extension, not quite as deep as we did at the beginning. And then you're going to fold over to one side. And then back to the center, fold over the other side. Now you can also do this without any extension at all. So you can bring yourself up and fold laterally here. Or if it feels okay for you and you would like, then bring yourself into that little bit of extension and then fold from there. And it's almost like my elbow is coming down towards the floor, down towards the roller, and then sweeping back through other side, down towards the floor, down towards the roller. And just keep sweeping, folding, rotating. All the while breathing. Each time you inhale, you're looking for that space in your ribs. Allow it to expand. Give your body and mind the opportunity to connect in here. And then release. And then parking it back in the middle. Come up now so that the roller is going to be just along the lower portion of your spine. Kind of just start, it might start at your tailbone and then going along your lumbar. And then imagine you're going to let yourself just roll back onto it. And then bring yourself back up. Rolling back onto it. So I'm moving the roller a little bit as I go back so that when I get there, it's kind of like I'm arriving there and it's waiting for me to come into this little bit of lumbar extension. Don't get too worried about where this is executed from or what your legs are doing or your arms are doing. This is for this decompression of your spine. Now this time when you are up, I want you to bend your knees and wiggle forward again a little bit so you can come back down to being on your shoulder blades like we did before. Then have your hands up behind your head. And we're gonna keep basically a neutral spine here to start. Inhale, pressing away with your leg. Exhale, drawing it back in. Alternate here side to side. Inhale, press away. Exhale, draw it back. Just do that a few times. Get some awareness and connection around what is now happening in your lower body because we haven't really spent too much time focusing in on that. And now you can stay here doing it like this. If you would like to add the next level, you can come along with me. So now this time when your leg goes out, you inhale, extend back. Exhale, come back to the start. Keep alternating side to side. So we're adding the extension, this first thing that we did, just coming back over the roller. As you've probably worked out by now, there's a lot of extension here in this session. It's a really good means of releasing and decompressing your spine because it is not a place or space that we spend a lot of time in. So the body responds to it very well often when we allow it to have these different movements. We're going to do one more on either side, this one, and then making this your last one. And then when you are back up, I want you to come over onto your side. So you'll feel here your armpit just there on the roller. I'm going to leave my knees bent to start. Now make sure you have a bit of roller behind you. So if you have a long roller, it's not as big of an issue, but if you have a short one, make sure there's not too much here in front of you. Then on your inhale, lift up from underneath and imagine you're trying to grow your ribs up and then open overhead. And then exhale and return. So it's a variation of chest expansion. Allow this inhaling space to come through, ribs expand. Exhale, return. Do that one more time. Growing up and over top. And then returning. And then you can leave this bottom arm here. Straighten out your legs. And then allow your top arm to stretch out overhead. Now you can play around with this. It might be more comfortable if you're here, might be more comfortable down. You choose wherever you would like, but just really feel this really nice big reaching of your top side. And then as you're ready, bring your arm around, bend your knees, bringing yourself up now into your Z-sit position. So the roller is going to be there on the side ready for you. Find your tall spine. Then pressing out, folding over, controlling return. Do that a few times. Just get this awareness. It's like your armpit is being suctioned down into your ribs. Then adding in the top arm. So you fold over and reach, coming back up, return. Inhale, lengthen, space and open. Exhale, return. Now the next variation, if you wish, once you come over, you can flip it around. So your palms are now going to be on the roller and then continue pressing it away. Present your chest and ribs down towards the floor. That bottom cheek can come off and then inhale. Here we are, back to that extension. Open up. Float back and forth between this or the first variation that we did. Just find that natural flow and rhythm in your body. Shoulders drawing down from your ears, space across your chest and collarbones. Then bringing yourself all the way up. Take the roller with you, bringing it in front. Use it here, grounding down. Twist to one side. Control, return to the center. Twist to the other side. So just having this little bit of leverage here from the roller, both your sits bones are grounded down. Then starting in the center, turn to one direction And then take your opposite arm and reach across your body. Back to the center, other direction, opposite arm, reach across your body. Pause in the middle. Flip so that your Z-sit is in the other direction. Stick with the rotation variation. So twist in one direction, back facing forward, twist in the other direction. Just do a couple with no arm movement. So I'm kind of pushing, or not kind of, I am pushing down on the roller here to help me get this grounded rotation. And then you're going to twist in one direction. Opposite arm reaches across. Back to the center, same thing, other side. Rotate, ground down the roller, opposite arm reaches across. Then back to the center. Flip your roller over to the side by your knees, or the direction of your knees. Find yourself sitting up tall. Both sits bones are grounded to start. Then we flow. Pressing out, coming back. Pressing out, drawing up here together, and your armpit draws down, sectioning under, shortening, lengthening. Let's add the top arm, lengthening up over top, returning back. Feel this really nice big stretch of the muscles between your ribs, your intercostals. Try not to let that bottom shoulder get too involved and up towards your ear. Then as you're ready, if you wish, you come out and then flip all the way around. Keep working your way out. I need to move down a little bit. Keep working your way out. And then inhale, open up, extension. So just play around with where you are sending your attention. What's happening around your waist? How are your shoulders doing? Feel that expansion and space of your collarbones. Breathing through, constant connection. We're going to do just 2 more here of whatever variation you would like. And then once you're up, leave your roller there. Bring yourself down. So now you're going to have your legs bent to start. Again, wiggle forward so that the roller has some space behind you. Both hands here. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, back facing forward. Do that again. Lift up from underneath. Feel that you lift up so much that then you just fall backwards, twisting open. That bottom elbow can stay grounded down. It can lift off a little bit. Again, this is all in whatever is available and accessible to you in your own body. Make this your last one, staying forward, and then lengthen out, bottom arm, top arm, both legs straighten, reach. And you're getting that really nice, big, long stretch along your top side. And then bringing everything around, lie back down onto your back, exactly as we started. Feel that there, and then take your hands behind your head just as you open up a little bit, and then return back. Do that one more time. Just inhale, neck is soft, it lengthens, and you extend. And then coming up, I want you to take your hands onto the roller behind you. Lengthen your legs out in the front. Now my palms are facing towards me. Think about first having this tall spine here. Then on your inhale, you're going to expand your chest, shoulder blades come together, open, and return back. So it's less about leaning from your hips and more about this expansion of your ribs, opening of your chest, squeezing of your shoulder blades. Inhaling to help yourself out as you come back. Returning up, leave yourself up, flip the roller around. Take it onto your thighs and then just let it roll forward so you can come into that counter stretch. Rounding there, back up to tall, flexing, rounding. Back up to tall. One more, flex and round. And return. Place your roller to the side. And then lie yourself all the way down your mat. Find yourself in a comfortable position here, wherever that is for you, whatever that means. Take a second and check in. Get some awareness around how your body is finishing, how it feels, how your shoulders are organized, what your ribs are doing. Any tension or blockages, restrictions that you're holding on to in your body. Breathe through them, into them, out of them. And just allow yourself to soften here on the mat. As you take in a few breaths, give yourself the credit and acknowledgement for showing up, to put this time in to look after yourself and your body. Take note of how you feel and remember that it is always worth it to be here and do this work and to engage in movement. Thank you so much for being here and doing it with me. Can't wait to see you again soon.